Hello, this is Earth Lovers Oracle. It's Stella speaking. I'm giving a little reading today. It's sort of like the trend for the next 5 or so days. And it's on the back of the full moon, which we've just had in Aries, which was very, very powerful. There's still a lot of cardinal energy running, and by that I mean a lot of action, because we have a lot of planets that are making hard angles to each other this week, and there's been a pattern of that going back in the summer. So with the planets actually are now almost pretty well going forward, but still that they're now crossing each other again, causing tension. So I drew some cards, even though I have the astrology in mind, but these cards have bear that out to me, and I think it's quite interesting how descriptive they are. So I've got a lovely green center piece today, which is to remind us all that we need to remain calm even in turbulent times. So if I start off with the first card, they are the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Anne Taylor, which I always find quite accurate. So the first card which we have is Storm Warning, and it seems very dramatic, but it's just summing up the climate that's around at the moment. There's a lot of wired energy around. We've got Mars in Aries going backwards in the skies and causing quite a lot of friction, setting off with the other planets. And really around the world there is it has been quite stormy, it has been quite turbulent, but actually, this isn't our first rodeo. So in a way, it's sort of like when people expect hurricanes on a regular basis. If you live in certain areas in the world, I would say that it is just a case of hunkering down, not sort of locking yourself in, but hunkering down metaphorically and trying to keep calm, because this actually will pass. And the next card is Patience, and we've got a lovely angelic symbol here of a woman, and I love there's a lot of white around her, which is sort of reminds me of snow, which is the opposite of when things are very hot and out of control. It's like pouring ice or pouring water on troubled areas. And if you can avoid a knee-jerk reaction, because sort of when these energies are around, one can behave in a primal way, because it can be quite anxiety inducing. But it's just to say, if you take your time and keep as patient as you can, and learn that, and just think if it's anything particularly in your life that you've been pushing for wildly, and it's not going so much your way, just try and backtrack a bit and think, well, actually, if I'm trying to avoid putting mammoth pressure into something, when you're it's like an overkill of pressure, when your body goes tense and then your mind sort of flips out. So just try and backtrack on yourself and get to a state of calm, because really, if you're not in a state of calm, no good can come off any situation. So that is something to consciously be aware of. Our next card is the Angel of Balance, and what is quite appropriate is that we are in the sign of Libra at the moment until the 23rd of October. So it's reminding you, like, as well as to be patient and to calm down and take a measured look at things, again restoring your sense of equilibrium. which is a little bit different to patience, but it's a follow-on of getting yourself back into balance. And even if it means stepping away for something, providing it's not life-threatening, stepping away from a problem for a few hours and for a day or so, and maybe not even thinking about that, but just actually getting your energy levels up so that your mind and that your heart are both calm, which is really, really important. And then on the back of that, it really is like a therapeutic read, really, from the first card. We have rest and rejuvenation, and that is a very good thing to do. So it's again, it's do what you have to do. Take some time out, allow yourself more sleep if you need it, allow yourself to do things that rejuvenate you. It could be the therapeutics of things like massage, it could be meditating, but it's generally, in this climate, the energies are quite harsh and combative. So it's just saying, build your strength up and don't entirely get sucked into the vortex. So my penultimate card is appreciation, and that is a good frame of mind to get into, of having gratitude for everything that's good in your life, rather than thinking, it's highly likely that you might be at loggerheads with somebody or with an organization, or just some frustration where it could cloud you so strongly that you can forget. It's like a single-minded thing. There's all this Aries energy and sort of Capricorn, which is another cardinal sign, which is their action signs, and they can be very focused and fixate on things. But if you just, part of the stepping back is to, when you can, it's just really appreciate the good things you have, and you'll find that amounts to a lot. For when you're in that state, you are much more able for things to go smoothly for you. It's sort of like you change the force field. And the start card is like the dynamics at the moment are stormy. They are wired, and gradually by going through these cards and taking these little steps, you change your energy so that it's like you are your own microclimate or your own microcosm in the world. So the last card is blossoming abundance, which is a beautiful card, and it's saying that all things grow from this calmer space and from having appreciation for what you have. And also it could be that you find this card can be quite unexpected. It's not a card so much of slogging your guts out to reach a goal, but this will be a plus. If I just put it in there again, blossoming abundant, it will be a plus, and probably an unexpected one to what is going on at the moment. And it could be the bettering of a love relationship, or a love relationship developing from nowhere, or it could be that you do receive it could be like a pay rise, or realize that you have a little bit more money. And for the very fortunate ones, it could be a windfall. And it could, for some people, it could be, it's like from an inheritance, or it could be a lottery win, but it's just some plant of good fortune in your life. And but by consciously practicing the calmness and the appreciation, you are much more likely to attract that, rather than the frantic effort of knowing, when you have to work hard for something, which is absolutely true. But this is sort of like an addition. It's like a nice surprise, something that can come out of the blue. So if it's not a financial gain, it could be linked into with love, or or having a better relationship with someone, and it could even be a more harmonious relationship with a good friend. But it's I think that's a very pleasing note to end this reading on. So I hope you found this helpful. If you like it, please like it, and if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love you to do that. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon.